Welcome to Courtroom Explained, where we examine how legal outcomes are shaped not only by verdicts, but by consequences beyond the courtroom. This content is for educational purposes only and not legal advice. Today's case involves Arthur Andersen, once one of the largest accounting firms in the world, and a prosecution that shows how a single criminal conviction can end an institution. According to court records, Arthur Andersen served as Enron's outside auditor. After Enron collapsed, federal prosecutors charged the firm with obstruction of justice, alleging that employees destroyed documents related to the Enron audit after learning of a government investigation. First key fact, the charge was narrow. Prosecutors did not accuse Arthur Andersen of Enron's underlying fraud. The case focused solely on document retention and whether materials were destroyed with improper intent. Second key fact, intent was central. Obstruction of justice requires proof that documents were destroyed knowingly and with a corrupt purpose, not merely under a routine policy. Third key fact, timing mattered. The firm was indicted before any appellate review, triggering immediate regulatory consequences that affected its ability to audit public companies. In 2002, a jury convicted Arthur Andersen of obstruction of justice. On paper, it was one count. In practice, it set off events that would soon end the firm. In the next segment, we examine what happened after the conviction and why later legal reversal could not undo the damage. This is Courtroom Explained, continuing our examination of how criminal convictions can carry consequences far beyond sentencing. This content is for educational purposes only and not legal advice. In the previous segment, we covered Arthur Andersen's conviction. Now, we look at what followed and why the legal system could not reverse the outcome in practice. First key fact, the consequences were immediate. After the conviction, Arthur Andersen lost its ability to audit public companies. Clients withdrew, partners departed, and tens of thousands of employees lost their jobs before any appeal was decided. Second key fact, the Supreme Court later reviewed the case. In 2005, the court unanimously overturned the conviction, ruling that the jury instructions failed to require proof of conscious wrongdoing, as federal law demands for obstruction charges. Third key fact, the reversal came too late. Although the conviction was vacated, Arthur Andersen had already collapsed and never returned as a major accounting firm. Legally, the firm was cleared. Practically, it was gone. The legal lesson from this case is about collateral consequences. Criminal convictions, even temporary ones, can trigger regulatory, financial, and reputational effects that appellate courts cannot undo. How should the justice system account for irreversible harm when prosecuting institutions? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you value calm, factual explanations of legal process, consider subscribing to Courtroom Explained.